Hello students, welcome to Promise class. The topic we want to consider is buying, preservation and storage of food. Now, food is very important for good health and it is therefore important that family members feed well. Food is very expensive and can spoil easily. So family food purchase should be thoroughly planned and carried out. It's equally important that food is properly stored. Properly, proper preservation and storage will prevent wastage and ensure that food is safe and hygienic. Now, let's look at the factors to consider while buying food. One, size of the family. So we need to consider the number of people in the family. Then the family food need. This family food need has to do with the nutritional content of the food in order to ensure that the family take balanced diet. Then we have food preservation and storage facility. Then we need to consider the food preservation and storage facilities that are available at home in order to maximize the use of them. Then we have the quality of the food. So when we are buying food, we need to buy quality food. That is the food that can stay longer and the food that holds up. Then another factor is food in season. When we talk of food in season, we are talking about particular food that are available in the market at particular period, most especially during rainy season. We can have a lot of food in season, and these food in season are always fresh. Then they are always they are wholesome. Then they are in good condition. Then they don't waste easily, so they can keep longer when we buy them. Then another factor we need to consider is money available to the family. So the money available to the family must determine the quality and the quality of food to purchase. Then where to buy food is another factor. It can be an open market, it can be a supermarket, or it can be a special store. Then we buy food where the food is the best and cheapest. Then non-perishable food must not can be purchased in bulk in order to save money. Then purchase vegetable and fruits when needed. So we need to purchase fruits and vegetables when they are needed in order to avoid wastage. Then to avoid wastage, we have to purchase the one we can take. Then share buy project with neighbors and friends if possible, most especially during a festive period. We can contribute with our friends, our neighbors in order to minimize costs. Then you buy when to buy. That is, there's some food that we need to buy very early in the morning, like vegetables and fruit. Then fresh meat too, we can buy there early in the morning in order to retain the nutrients. Now we have what we call why buying practices. Now this why buying practices is just methods or different way by which we can manage our income, or we can manage the money that present in the home. Now let's quickly look at ways by which we can buy our food. Number one is make a good shopping list. So you have to have a list, then you keep to the list while you are buying so that you will not just waste money. Then another one is ensure there are adequate storage facility for the foodstuff purchase. For example, now if your, let's say, freezer is not in good condition, there's no point in buy fresh food and keep them at home. But for example, if the freezer is in good condition, you can buy some food item and keep them for long. Then you buy food that are in season. I've told us that. So food that are in season are always fresh, always cheap and in good condition. Then judge the quality of food before buying. So you can judge, okay, you can compare food in different stores. For example, now maybe you want to buy rice, you can compare it in two stores or two or three in order to just to know the the range. Maybe the price is not too high or it's not too, maybe the seller may want to try to exploit you. Then judge the value of food before buying. Look at the quality. Okay, is this food good? Is it wholesome or new? Is it strong or good? Then check the measurements. You know, there are some people that they may want to manipulate their measurement whatever. So you can try to look at it. For example, now like scale. If you want to use scale, you try to look at You try to look at the scale, you try to look at the range, maybe it's in good order. Then read the label of food container, most especially the canned food, so that you will not buy expired food. Then make bulk buying wherever possible. I've told us we can do that most especially during festive period. We can buy with our friends, we can buy with our co-workers, and so on like that. Then make bulk buying wherever possible. So I've explained that. Then compare value and prices in different stores with different sellers. Now, we want to look at the importance of buying good quality food. One, good quality food are fresh and wholesome. So, then two, the nutritional content are still intact. That is, they are still there. Nothing might tamper with the nutrient. Then keep well in storage. We should ensure that the food we are buying can stay longer, so that we will not just be wasting money. Then they are not yet attacked by food spoilage organisms. For example, now like beans, if the beans is not in good order, if you buy it, it will not stay long. Then the nutritional content might be destroyed by microorganisms. Then they are appetizing and good and taste good. We are talking about the importance of buying good quality food. So they are appetizing and taste good. Then they are economical, that is, they can save our money. Then they have good appearance, e.g. fresh fruit and vegetable. When you are buying quality one, it will be fresh, then it will be okay. Now, bulk buy or purchasing. Now, what is bulk buy? Bulk buying is the process of buying in large quantity. Now, let's see the advantages of buying in bulk. It is economical and save money. So it saves money. It saves time and energy of going to the market from time to time. Then it enables the homemaker to buy food in season. So when you are engaging in bulk buying, it enables you to buy food in season. Then it is very useful for management of food in large family and institutions like schools, like hostels, and so on. Then it's also ensure that food is always in the house. So every time food will be available in the home. Then disadvantages of bulk buying are it can take much of the family income. So that one is certain. So much of the family income will go for food commodities. Then one of the disadvantages is that food buy in large quantity can become monotonous. That is, people will be tired of eating different kind of food. At times when there is food at home, instead of you to go and buy another food, say, let's manage this one. Maybe rice is at home. We took rice yesterday, let's take rice again. So it can become monotonous. Then it can also lead to lack of proper storage and management of food. So it can also lead to wastage of food. Then we have food preservation and storage. Now let's quickly look at preservation. Preservation is caring for or treating food in such a way that it will keep in good condition for a long period of time. A preserved food can be stored for a longer period than a raw food. Now, reasons for preserving food. One, some food are seasonal and they are plenty. So at that time, we need to preserve them then and make them available at another period or in another places where they are not producing such food. Then in some farming communities rather, now where they are not producing those food, they make them available. For example, now let's say vegetables that we are not producing here, they bring them from another place. Then most of the food we are producing here, we are taking them to where they are scarce. So that's another reason for preserving food. Then the last one there is preservation is also necessary to prevent food spoilage. Now, the reason is that most of our food are perishable because they spoil easily. Within hours, within days, they get spoiled. But the moment you preserve them, it can stay longer. For example, like meat. So the moment the meat is slaughtered, we need to preserve them in order to keep them longer. Then we have fruit and vegetable, so we need to preserve them. Then we have food preservation method. We have solar or sun-dry. Then we have smoking, we have freezing, we have canning, and so on and so forth. Now we have food storage. Food storage involves keeping preserved or purchased food in safe and suitable facilities for use. It involves keeping preserve or purchase food in safe condition. Then now important factor to consider why that is why storing food rather. Now safety and quality of the food must be considered. So the food must be safe and it must be in good quality. Then effective use of simple storage facilities. At times those facilities we have at home, we can make good use of them, like our containers, our freezer, and so on and so forth. Then proper storage of perishable and non-perishable food. I told you perishable food are food that can spoil easily. Non-perishable food are the food that can keep longer. It can stay for like months, 6 months, and so on and so forth. The importance of proper storage of food. Number one, it prevents food from spoilage. It prevents loss of food nutrients. Then it helps the homemaker to save money. So that's another important. So it helps us to save money. Then it saves energy. It helps us to save energy. That is, it helps us to conserve our energy of going to market all the time. So that's just that about the topic.